strongly and confidently driving to Long Island today. My load isn't ready. We'll see if that's a harbinger of more challenges and opportunities to come. There are two possibilities. Either I'm the mildly autistic, temper tantrum prone child who reacts poorly to adversity with a panic kind of response, or I'm the calm, rational, cool and collected, fully masculine and fully kind male who doesn't have any problems with anything. He has a sense of humor about everything in terms of adversity, and he basically doesn't give a fuck. And apparently the choice is completely mine. It's a choice, and I can stand on both sides of the divide at once, seemingly, and feel drastically different from moment to moment depending on how I toggle. The part of me that's calm and relaxed and assured and strong and steady loves every adventure. And when I find myself in between people, when I'm toggling back and forth, I can look at things two different ways, and as soon as I see it as, oh, this is like a game, it's an exciting adventure, this is the best part of the game, like crossing a bridge into New York City in a big truck. It's like, wow, it doesn't get any better than this.
Take exit 1790 2nd Street and then turn right on Belgrade Place.
And the graphics are really good. I don't know what you think from your perspective, but it's pretty amazing.
In 1 mile, take exit 18 on the right toward Fort Hamilton Parkway, then keep right.
What goes up must come down. So that's when you need your Jake
3
brake.
miles ahead, take exit 1790 2nd Street and then turn right on Belgrade Place.
Don't believe that bridge sign. Well, yeah, if I went left there at exit 16.
Take exit 1790 2nd Street and then turn right on Belgrade Place.
Brooklyn Queens Expressway. In my quest for perfection
Half a mile, exit right.
of speed limit, going the speed limit, it shifts back and forth from 45 to 50.
Exit right.
Like here, the signs say back and forth
Take exit
too,
18
but it's
on the
even
right
worse when
toward
you
Fort
look
Hamilton
at
Parkway,
what
then
your
keep right.
what your GPS units think the speed limit is. It shifts back and forth 45, 50, 30, 25. They don't know what level you're on.
Exit 18 to Fort Hamilton Parkway.
That's why I always get dinged, even if I follow the speed limit that's posted,
Exit right.
because the GPS units are all clueless. Looks like it's going to slow down for a bit, so I'll catch you on the other side.
Expressway, then keep right.
This is just for the view. And the experience. But that's a pretty good view of the city. The trucks are in front of you. That's a lot of city. Like, you know, I've got to figure out some other way to think about life. I've got to figure out how to be my best in the situations that need me to be my best. And I think this way of shifting your emotions away from overreaction,
Turn
away
right at
from
the traffic
panic,
light.
away from panic. All that is a good way to be your best in your moments when you want to be your best. Calm, relaxed, and all that.
In 0.1 miles, keep right and then continue straight.
As soon as my demons are able to rattle me and get me to make a mistake, then they keep rattling me, and then I just get worse and worse. But when I stay calm, then and confident and competent, then it works, and then I just stay in that place. It's kind of a misty morning. I like that. It's spectacularly bright in some parts of the sky, and other parts look mysterious. Isn't this a surreal place? Do you know where you are? I've taken you here before. To be able to see, if you can recognize it already. Upper deck of the George Washington Bridge in New York City. Raise your hand if you already knew that before I said it. Hours after I talked to you last, and I've been working on what I was talking about all day. I only have 36 minutes left in my 14-hour shift, and I am farther away from home than 36 minutes. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that. There's a big rainstorm up ahead. Feel the air getting heavy. And also, I'm trying to figure out how to deal with drivers who act like this pickup in front of me. He comes up behind people, and he just sits there. He doesn't pass them. He just comes up almost next to them, and then just sits there. I don't think he's really paying attention to what he's doing. So I learned this new trick. I've never really had a headache since I was a teenager. I have this trick where I just kind of let the headache go through, and it doesn't hurt. It just kind of goes through. It's like a valve, and I open the valve, and then the headache drains out. And I've even been able, as an empath, I've been able to feel other people's headaches, especially other kinds of pain as well, but especially headaches. There is a hazard on the shoulder. Vehicle stopped. Just like that. 6 points. So when I feel that pain of other people, I can let it drain out. So what I was feeling today is when I feel anxious, or if I feel overwhelmed by the conditions. Like I was in New York City, I was in Long Island. I was clear at the end of Long Island, almost. Exit 64. So if you know Long Island, that's almost to the far end of it. And the traffic was heavy both ways. Yeah, 2 stops and then back in one 14-hour shift with heavy traffic. And they had me leaving later than usual because the customer is just is a small customer in terms of, like, he only gets an order once a month. So he doesn't even have a dock. He had to back 2 different trucks up to my truck to unload, and I had to help him unload with a what do you call it, a dock plate in between the 2 trucks. That was interesting, and it took a while, and the dock plate didn't stay very well in between, so it kept slipping. It was harrowing, but that didn't bother me. I kind of enjoy adventures like that, but it just took a while. And then I had to take some other plastic totes back to another customer in Long Island, and I was working on letting the traffic drain out like a headache drains out, and I was working on letting pain of my childhood drain out like a headache, and I was doing all kinds of things, transferring them into headache energy, or poison maybe, and then letting it drain out. And feeling like I was making points, like when I'm on Waze and I'm reporting traffic and I make points, bring, bring. I felt like as I let things drain away, painful, anxious things, that I was making points. I was scoring points on the universe. So the more traffic there was, the more ass wagons, as Clint Strucker would call them, the better, because they were all an opportunity to drain away the poison and make points. So that's what I've been working on. I'm going to try to get as close to home as I can in the next 32 minutes. I'll let you know how I did. Turned off the camera. We started into this downpour, and the traffic reacts to that. So, like, okay, so we got more things to drain off here. There's a truck right on my ass because he's trying to get home too, I guess. I think my governor, I don't know, his governor must be about the same as mine. But I passed him a little while ago. I don't think he was ready for that. I don't think he saw me coming. So now he's like, dude, you can't pass me. Anyway, more fun to come, you can tell. It's gonna be a gully buster. That always slows people down. Because they're afraid! Be a good time to pull over. It's more like boating than driving. You can feel it. You can feel the boat-like quality. I don't know if you can see anything or not. I can't see much more than you can in there. I wonder if you can report a monsoon on waves. So let me clarify what I said earlier. Sometimes I feel the onset of a headache. And so you could say maybe I'm having a headache. I probably have that as often as other people have headaches. and then I feel like it's draining out. And today, all day, I felt like I've had the onset of a headache because I asked, I know this is weird, like an invocation or something, that all of the energy, all the different types of energy be transferred into a headache feeling, because I know what to do with that. I also have done that with
Hazard reported ahead.
colds and flus and COVID. I just have let it drain through. I felt COVID. I felt pretty sick, but I was able to function. I was teaching from home. I just kept teaching. It wasn't like I lost a step or anything. This is only supposed to be a 6-minute delay. We'll see if we can smooth it out, soap it up, and let it slip through this big spot up here where 222 joins Highway 30 westbound. There was an accident, and I've been hearing about
Heavy
it.
traffic reported ahead.
Yes, I've been hearing about it. This thunderstorm, I heard about that in advance too. It's amazing how technology aids us, but it's moving. I'm seeing if maybe we can't use that headache trick and grease it up a little bit. I wonder if anyone else feels that empath thing where you can feel other people's headaches. It would be good to talk to somebody about that. The Kia Telluride. Kias have been rated how? I don't know if they're rated by Consumer Reports as a good car or not. I have 14 minutes of shift time left, and I'm 4:48. I'm less than 10 minutes away from Mountville, where I'm going to stay. I'm not going to make it all the way back to Conestoga. So that's how that turned out. Weathered the storm. Didn't get any headaches. Felt like, emotionally, felt like I was in a really good place today. And I was under a lot of pressure today. And not just from driving and being in New York City and all that. I won't go into that right now. But it's working, that's all.